This is a vlog on the Can-Am X3 Maverick. It's a 21 X3RR Smart-Shox. We're going to be doing a product review today. We are putting on some rock blocks, and we also got some rock knocker flaps as well. So, gonna move these bikes. We had a ride day yesterday over at Horn Rapids. Get the Can-Am down on the lift where I can reach it. Do some unboxing of the products and start there and see what we got. Stay tuned. 20 inches in length. We got 10 inches in width. That's an 1/8 inch thick bracket up there. Really nice quality. Really nice powder coat done on the brackets. I can't wait to get these on. These are going to look good. Just a heads up for you guys that don't know, these are great for trailing arm protection. So on these Can-Ams here, you'll get a lot of debris thrown from the front wheel to the rear, and you tend to get a lot of paint damage along your trailing arm here, especially on the inside there. It also throws rocks back in there. And on the stock wheels, for you guys that don't know, we have rock scrapers on the inside of the wheels. Let's see if I can get a picture of that here.
That was designed with that goal in mind.
So my husband is from Guatemala.
I haven't taken mine off yet, which is actually the first thing I should do, that anyone should do. These are the rock scrapers. These tend to be mud scrapers, really. When they're designed, when you get mud inside your wheel, as your wheel's spinning, it will scrape the mud out so it doesn't cake up in there and throw your wheel off balance. Unfortunately, if you get a rock stuck in there, what happens is it ends up getting wedged in here and you end up cracking your rim. And if you're out on the trail somewhere, man, you are stuck. So those will be coming off next. But these flaps, I'm gonna take the right one, which is the passenger side, kind of just set it up in here, just to give you an idea before these actually get bolted down of what kind of protection they'll offer for the trailing arm. Getting back here a ways towards the front. There you go. That's a lot of protection there. Brands out there, I noticed that they'll screw into your trailing arm or utilize some mounting points there. But from all the reviews I've read is that when you're dragging them over rocks or hitting debris at speed, they end up tending to bend back or break off, and these will not do that. All right, guys, I'll skip a few steps here, get these bolted on, get another close-up for you, and see you here in a few. The Smart-Shox sensors are bolted to the back side where the sway bar clamp is at. Non-Smart-Shox, you don't have this. So the instructions say to split the rock knockers here. There's 2 7/16 there. Take those out. We're splitting the brackets from front to rear. So I've got one here and one here. Now this is pretty general on all these. So this steel plate, after you remove these 2 bolts, they're 18mm head and nuts on them. You're going to remove this plate right there. When that plate's removed, it's the same thickness as the top bracket for the rock knocker, so that'll slide right in there. Now the problem that I hear that some people are having with these Smart-Shox is that when you go and install these, you don't want to move any of this right here. So what you should be doing is leaving that right where it's at. The rock knocker second half, after we split it, will actually sit over the top of this. I'm not going to move this at all. If you move that, some people are getting codes in their Smart-Shox when they're firing up their machines afterwards. So that is right where it was when the machine came from the factory. So I'm going to put my bracket on the back side of that. Typically on your standard X3, the rock knocker would say it would replace the one plate here and then just bolt to the back side of the frame here. So that being said, if I move this out 1/8 of an inch to slide my rock knocker behind it, it's going to change this geometry right here, which is something I'm not going to do. So again, That plate gets removed. One of the rock knocker tabs slides in there. This sensor bracket stays right where it's at. Let me see if I can get a better picture there. Get the light in there. That's a little better. And my bracket's going to sandwich. So basically it's going to sandwich it like that. And you're not going to make an adjustment or move that arm. So let me get this installed and we'll be right there. Guys, real quick, just an update here. Let's see here. So this plate is going to come out. This is the one right behind the sway bar mount. That plate gets removed, and same thickness as a rock knocker, 1/8 inch thick, roughly. What this backing plate does, just so you know, is if you see here on your sway bar mount, you got a Zerk fitting for grease. This plate actually is the back side of that, so as you squirt grease in that Zerk fitting, it hits this plate and spreads out. Rock knocker is solid metal. It'll act and do the same exact thing. Again, how they're double shear, we are going to clamp one in between the sway bar clamp on the left there, and the other one's going to go on the outside of that bracket. I am not going to move that bracket out because I do not want to change the geometry of the Smart-Shox sensor. All right, and that's how it's going to be done on both sides. Here we go. These double shear brackets here have these 7/16 bolts. These two right there. You're going to unbolt those, split them. What that's going to allow you to do is to give you more space in between the bracket. So when you go to slide them up on the tubes here underneath the sway bar bracket or sway bar mount, without moving around that bracket too much, which is where your Smart-Shox sensor is bolted to. When you move those sensors too much, you end up throwing a fault code on your suspension, from what I understand. Nice rock knocker, mud flaps, trailing arm guards, installed, all complete. These things are robust, man. They're beefy. They are freaking awesome. Super heavy duty. These brackets are, 1/8 inch thick steel, bolted to the front and rear of the sway bar bracket. Very robust. Follow instructions to a T, man. It's pretty simple on a regular car, non-Smart-Shox that is. I'd say it's probably about a 15-minute installation. Took me about 25 minutes. I leveled up my car up on my lift and made sure my brackets and my flaps were hanging level. That being said, it took me a little more time. Could have used a third hand, but there it is. Definitely recommend this product to any of you guys out there. If you like what you're seeing, we're going to continue working on the car. I got a bunch of lighting stuff I want to install. Stuff in rock lights. I've got light bar to install. I've got a chase light that's mounted up. We've got to do some wiring on it. And what else we got here? I've also got some more accessories here coming. So stay tuned. If you like what you're watching, support us with a like and subscribe, and we'll keep them rolling. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks.